Welcome back to another Mr. G's Custom Baits video. Hope everybody's doing well. So I already did this shad from Sugar Tit Lures swim bait and the crackle effect because I had a request to see how I paint my shad patterns with this crackle. So he's already crackled out, and these are very good swim baits. Absolutely love these dudes. So I need to clean out my airbrush because I didn't do it after I sprayed my white. But anyway, hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody will have a good weekend, or had a good weekend, I guess. This video will come out on Tuesday. I did the one on the crackle bluegill, and that'll come out Friday. So this one will be Tuesday. And I'm going to show y'all how I paint these. And it's just like the bluegill that y'all are going to see first. It's just all in light layers when you do these. And that makes it look like you crackled the bait. The colors that's on the bait, makes it look like it's crackled, but it's not. So anyway, so we got it crackled. We did black, and then we put our crackle on there and sprayed it in white. So now, I'm not prepared. Sorry. So now what we're going to do, I'm out of Createx Silver, so we're going to use this Folk Art Silver. I'm going to put some reducer in my airbrush. About 10, 15, 20 drops. And then we're going to put just a little dab of this silver in there. Not a whole lot. Oh, then I dropped the bottom. But yeah, thanks for all the subscribes and the likes and all the comments and everything. I'm glad y'all are finally telling me what y'all want to see, and I'm more than happy to show you. I don't have any secrets. I'm not going to hide anything from y'all. So anyway, so this silver, like I said, is super thin. So we're just going to spray him with this silver all over. And that'll kind of give him that shimmer. There we go. And that's all we're going to do. But see, you can still see that crackle effect on him. Now he's just a little more shinier. Well, yeah, we go through all that work to get that crackle. We're not going to cover it up. So now, what we're going to do, and I'll thin this out too. We'll let that, well, I don't know, that pretty quiet air compressor. I don't know if y'all can hear it that good, but so now we're going to take this Wicked metallic gold, and I put some reducer in my airbrush already. We're going to put a few drops in here. Then we're going to mix this up because we want it thinned out. We want everything thinned out when we do this. I need to turn my compressor back down, I think. Alright. Alright, so what we're going to do is just hit the shoulders. Just like that. So we'll heat set this real quick. So it's pretty thin. Okay. And I'm noticing you can't. There. Alright, now we'll do this other side. Alright. There we go. There we go. Alright. Wasn't that gold about the same place? Then that way when I do my shad dot. Well, this might not be the best helping hands. She's gonna give up the ghost on us. Alright, we'll just transfer it over to another set. Alright, we'll get him in there just like that. Alright, so now what we're gonna do, let me try to get him all straightened up here. So now what we're gonna do is I'll clean out the airbrush, which don't take very long when you thin this out. Alright, so now what we're going to do, we're going to pull out the old gunmetal gray. Wait, I have this super thin already, so we're just going to run with this. So we're just going to put a little bit in there. Alright, so what we're going to do is just take this gunmetal gray and go right over that back, but we're not going to make it dark. We're just going to make it enough. Hope you can see that, but you can still see the crackle underneath that. So, but I'm looking. Yeah. Get that top fin done. There we go. Hang on. Yeah, that's the only bad part about shooting metallics low pressure. Alright, there. Alright, so we'll clean this out. Alright, so now we're going to add Createx Opaque Black. Just a couple of drops. It won't take much of this. So, and we're just going to do the shad dot. Alright, So what we're going to do is right behind the eye. Right in there. You see how it's starting to run? So we'll just quit right there. And that kind of gives it a unique look anyway. Not perfect or anything, but there's that shad dot. So then we'll do this one. So right behind the eye. Have to go a little bigger. Wow. Alright. We'll see if that'll look the same. Oop. Okay. We're looking. That dot. Hang on. Let me do some adjusting on this one. There we go. Now we got those shad dots the same. Alright. So we'll clean out the airbrush real good. And we're going to kick this pressure back up to about 10. Yeah. I usually don't spray any harder than 10. If I do, it's 15. But I usually keep it around no higher than 20. 20 is about the high. 20 is what I spray when I spray base coats. But I usually keep this thing pretty low. Crawl patterns. When I do crawl patterns, which I'll do, I want to do some PB and J patterns, 2 different ones for y'all, and on some big Magnum wiggle warts, KOs. I have some of those, and I'm going to do some crawl patterns on them big guys. So, and I'll do videos on that. So now what we're going to do, we need to heat set those dots real quick. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take some of that Jacquard interference green, and I have some mixed up. We're just going to load it in here, and we're just going to spray that over the back and just spray it all over the whole bait. And you don't have to worry about this stuff covering anything up, because it won't. It'll just kind of give it that greenish tint look to it. Let's see if I got the shad dots. Need a little bit more of that. Wow, that was loud. Okay, we'll do these dots. There we go. Alright, just one more on this side and we'll be done. Alright. That should give him a greenish look to him, a flash, green flash in the water. So we'll heat set him real quick. Alright, and there you go. There's a crackle effect. There's a crackle shad pattern that I do that y'all seen. So turns out really good. Kind of realistic looking. So hope y'all enjoyed. So be careful. God bless y'all. And we'll see you on the next video. So thanks for watching.